Hey everyone, I'm here with Athena, and today we're going to talk to you guys on how to beat those bangers.
First things first, what is a banger?
So a banger is basically a player that just hits everything hard from anywhere on the court. Doesn't matter if on the baseline, kitchen, or in the transition, they just hit everything as hard as they can.
I am sure that you have seen that player on the court.
So let's go over the 6 tips that can help you beat the bangers.
Have you ever heard of the Titan pickleball machine? If you haven't, it is the best pickleball machine out there. One of my favorite things about it is how fast it generates the ball from the machine. It goes up to 70 miles per hour. You can also pre-program your drills on an app. So if you want to work on your dinking, you can go in the app and program your dinking on your forehand side. It's pretty cool. I also have a discount, CP10, so go check them out. Without them, we wouldn't be able to create this amazing content, so please go check them out.
So the first tip on how to beat a banger, you want to make sure that they stay back as long as you can. So if we're here, my partner and I, Athena and I, we're here behind the kitchen line, and both of them are behind the baseline, they're trying to come in, we don't want to invite them. And we want to make sure that our volleys are more, a little bit firmer, down towards their feet, so it's much harder for them to come in and to rip that ball and make sure it goes over. So again, if they're trying to come in, you want to make sure that your volleys are going down with somewhat a decent amount of pace on behind them, and you don't want to just hit them softly, otherwise that's so easy for them to come in and just rip it and hit a crazy good shot. The number 2 tip is to make sure you hit a deep return. So when Athena, let's say she's here behind the kitchen line, I'm the returner, they're serving, the server serves to me, I return. I want to make sure my return is good and deep, as deep as possible, because it's so much harder to drive from all the way back there. And also, we have so much more time as a team to react to their drives than if we miss-hit our return and the return is somewhat shallow and high. That's just hard for us to really try to return their ball. The third tip is to make sure to use the power instead of trying to generate your own power. A mistake that we do, and I still do it, I'm guilty of it, is that you see your opponents hitting so hard that you want to add even more, and you end up overhitting. So you want to make sure that in that case, if they give you power, enough power already, because they like to bang the ball, just use way less. Keep your swing compact and short. You don't need to add any extra swing, otherwise you're most likely going to start making mistakes and giving what they want more power. The number 4 is to make sure you want to let the balls go out. Okay, so we talked about keeping them deep as long as we can, but sometimes, let's say you miss-hit the ball and you see them in about this transition zone area, and you see them winding, turning, bringing the paddle back here and like hitting as hard as they can. And let's say your ball is pretty low, like their contact point is low, you might want to watch that ball. It's most likely going to go out. Now, if you see them, maybe if the ball is a little higher, their contact point is above the net, they turn sideways, and they have more of a high to low motion, then you might want to hit that ball because it's going to go in. So you really have to kind of look at what they're doing. But again, that's why you want to keep them deep. The 5th tip is to know when to block or counter. So if I'm here, we're here, Athena and I, we're behind the kitchen line, and they're driving, again, they're driving from the baseline, they're coming in, and our contacts are above the net, I would counter. So that means I would volley the ball back down towards their feet. But if they drive and their drives are actually like really good with a lot of power, and you find yourself having those contact points here below the net, I would try to block that ball and invite them in the kitchen. Reason why, if you try to punch it back or to counter the ball and your contact is below the net, you're gonna have to go low to high, which most likely is gonna end up being a pop-up for them, which I'm sure they're gonna love. And the last tip is to make sure to have a good ready position. I see a lot of people, for some reason, you expect the ball to be maybe coming towards your feet, or you just simply forget, or you don't have this habit of keeping your paddle up. You want to make sure you protect your face, your body when it comes to pickleball. I mean, that pickleball travels pretty quickly, and if you play against bangers, you best believe they're going for your body. So you have to have that paddle ready into your ready position. If I'm righty, I'm righty. So for example, I'm in the middle of a clock here. my paddle is gonna aim towards 11 o'clock. That's the good ready position. I'm cheating a little bit to my backhand. I'm favoring my backhand because most of the balls coming straight towards your body, it's most likely gonna be a backhand. It's a lot easier to react with a backhand. So again, if you play against bangers, make sure you keep that paddle up. And even if you don't play against bangers, you always need that paddle up. So these were our 6 tips on how to beat the bangers. I hope next time you go on the pickleball courts, you're not afraid of them and you can beat them. That's right, let's go. Make sure you like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you have any questions, comment below. See you next time.
A banger is a player that no matter where they are on the court or what,
Okay.
no matter where they are on the court or what shot they're hitting,
You can try to move in, but we're not gonna let you because we're trying to beat you. Good? Oh my God. Was that deep? Okay, you try. Oh my gosh. So these were the 6 tips on how to help beat you So these were the 6 tips for you on how to beat the bangers, and I hope next time you go on the pickleball courts, you can beat the bangers. Oh, I forgot to say like. Okay, fine, let's do that again.